Ladies and gentlemen, Russell Cage Experience coming right back at you once again for another video here. As promised, I did do my research more on the four competitors that debuted on ECW last night. Yoshitatsu, Abraham Washington, Tyler Rex, and Sheamus. As I said, I told you I would do more research, and thank you to Kazarni, we hardly knew you. Kazarni, we hardly knew ye. For kind of directing people my way for the videos about who these guys were and a little bit of background on them. All four guys did come from Florida Championship Wrestling. And a side note from that, a little bit more details on the new round of superstars that came through ECW. This is coming from NoDQ.com, who got their source from F4WOnline.com. F4WOnline.com. That's where they got their news, this piece of information from. Reading directly from their from the article, it says, as noted earlier, last night's episode of ECW saw the debuts of four wrestlers in Yoshitatsu, Abraham Washington, Sheamus, and Tyler Rex. However, both wrestlers and fans alike shouldn't get too comfortable quite yet, as the four newcomers were considered in the eyes of creative as not full-fledged ECW wrestlers, but rather wrestlers being looked at for possible spots on ECW. At this point, none are considered to be official members of the ECW roster. Keep your eyes peeled on ECW, however, over the next few weeks, as more developmental wrestlers will be tested out for possible spots on the roster. Given the limited amount of roster spots in ECW, an extraordinary number of wrestlers in developmental, unfortunately, not everyone will make it. Given WWE's lack of patience for young stars, it's definitely a sink or swim situation. That coming from NoDQ.com, who got their information from F4WOnline.com. So, as I said before, did a little bit more research, found some more information on these guys, mainly coming from episodes of Florida Championship Wrestling. I will post over here in the sidebar links. I have no idea why I looked over there like it's going to be there. I will post links to these videos, and I highly recommend that you subscribing to these channels as well, because it will be a good source of finding your Florida Championship Wrestling superstars on there, and you get to hear Dusty Rhodes do commentary. Yes, that excited me when I heard Dusty Rhodes on commentary. Anyway, there's actually four videos, because the only really Abraham Washington match that I saw was him versus Chad, I can't remember his name now off the top of my head, but he wrestled another guy in whom they were kind of feuding for the general manager spot of Florida Championship Wrestling. From what I've seen from Abraham Washington, he's mainly just a talker, and I didn't really see much as far as wrestling. And as I said, the one match that I've seen, Sheamus O'Shaughnessy was indeed the special guest referee for it, and pretty much annihilated both competitors. So, with that being said, the first match that I will mention from Florida Championship Wrestling is Yoshitatsu versus Justin Angel, and it seems that Justin Angel is the kind of like a high flyer in Florida Championship Wrestling. Definitely a guy to look out for. We might see him in the coming weeks as well. But the matches that I have are Yoshitatsu versus Justin Angel, as well as Sheamus O'Shaughnessy versus Justin Angel. And on both these channels, you can, or on all three of these channels, you can find Florida Championship matches of the other Florida Championship Wrestling stars. So From what I've seen out of the rest of the acquisitions, the ECW acquisitions, I should say, since they're not really fully members of the roster, great stuff to look forward to in ECW. ECW may have some hope after all, especially if they do end up signing Sheamus O'Shaughnessy, Tyler Rex, and Yoshitatsu, because they were really good wrestlers, well, they impressed me, I should say. And I can see why that is a WWE developmental territory. Of course, there have been other people that I did not care for that came from Florida Championship Wrestling, but the way I see it is that these guys are just amazing competitors. The Tyler Rex match, however, it's a two-part video, so I will just post a link to part 1, and then you can find part 2 from there. But I will post links to the Yoshitatsu versus Justin Angel, Sheamus O'Shaughnessy versus Justin Angel, and the Tyler Rex versus Drew McIntyre matches, and from there you can go and find other matches that they have. Another person I guess to look out for is Kurt Henning's son, which is Joe Henning, who is also a former FCW champion. But with that being said, Tyler Rex, Drew McIntyre is another one I want y'all to keep an eye out on. That we might see in the coming weeks on ECW. But I just wanted to make this video saying that there is some possible hope for ECW after all, with some of these new fresh faces, and be on the lookout for them, folks, because from what I've seen out of these guys, and I'm going to be watching some more Florida Championship Wrestling matches here shortly on these channels. Good things to come out of Florida Championship Wrestling. And once again, I'll post the links over here in the sidebar. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Kazarni, who hardly knew you, for shooting people this way. And hopefully these videos will help you out even more. And as I said, go ahead and subscribe to these channels that I post these videos from, because that is the best way to get your information on these new and upcoming stars from Florida Championship Wrestling. So, with that being said, that is going to be the end of the video. I'm going to upload this and get things taken care of. Superstars and Impact, Thursday. Tomorrow is technically 1 o'clock in the morning. So, today, I guess, technically. And then SmackDown, of course, on Friday. So, with that being said, you guys take it easy, have a great night, and enjoy Florida Championship Wrestling Future Stars for ECW. Guys, take it easy. Peace out.